Over the past few years, I've been eating the exact same breakfast and it's helped me maintain 12% body fat, keep my energy levels high, mental clarity sharp, and just make me healthier overall. Best part is it's nutrient dense, easy to make, high in protein, good for your gut, low to medium calories, and takes like 3 minutes to make. And so in this video, I'm going to explain to you why it's so good, exactly what's in this meal, and how to prepare it. And if you don't know who I am, I've been living and teaching health optimization for the past few years, making it my full-time mission to help high-achieving entrepreneurs restore and optimize their health, get in shape, lower their body fat, improve their energy levels, focus better. When I was young, I had terrible health and it made me not perform well in life. I didn't feel good, I didn't look good. And I made it my mission to discover what I could do to improve it, and now I help others. So this is exactly what I have. I'm gonna put a photo and probably a video up on the screen right now. It's a yogurt bowl or a smoothie bowl. And you can pretty much use the same ingredients for a bowl or a smoothie, depending how you're feeling that day. Now, the actual quantity of each ingredient is gonna depend on many factors. So don't take this as a cookie cutter approach. I'm just saying this is what I use in the amount I use for me and my goals and my body weight, my caloric and macronutrient targets, right? 1 banana, 100 grams of frozen berries, 25 grams of oats, 20 grams of all bran fiber, 1 tablespoon of honey, and 100 to 150 grams of full fat yogurt, or you can get low fat depending. And for a bonus, I like to put 10 grams of creatine, a pinch of Celtic sea salt, and 5 grams of L-glutamine. I'm gonna break down exactly why I've done this and how it's actually beneficial and gets you to 12% body fat, have loads of energy, and feel amazing. Now, there's no meal out there that gives you this much return with this little effort, cost, and time it takes to prepare it. Most people don't have a strategy behind their breakfast and they overthink it and they just grab whatever's convenient, or they order something and they just don't have something they know is going to give them what they need consistently and easily. Let's break it down ingredient by ingredient, starting with rolled oats. So ideally you should get organic for each of the ingredients I'm mentioning now, because herbicides and pesticides are not good for your health, for your longevity. They're going to give you some brain fog and just cause more oxidative stress. So especially oats, get organic oats. It's a few dollars extra. Now, oats is good because it's a slow release of carbohydrates. It's not going to spike your blood sugars, and it has some fiber to slow down digestion, give you more of a stable release of energy. Now, the next one is a brand I use called All Bran Fiber. I'm sure in any supermarket you go to, you can find a fiber cereal, right? You don't want the ones full of seed oils and all of that shit in it. But this just gives you an extra dose of fiber, which will slow down digestion and keep you full for longer. Now, the next one is frozen berries. So these are very high in antioxidants. They're very dense in micronutrients. So it's overall just good for your body. It's going to reduce inflammation, and it just tastes very good. Now, bananas just taste good. They're a slow release of energy. They've got potassium. It just makes the smoothie taste a lot better. If you're really strict on calories, you can probably cut this out. And of course, Greek yogurt. Now, I tend to get the full fat just because within my day, I get a certain amount of fat, and I like to prioritize my fats coming from yogurt. But if you already are eating maybe a little steak, avocado, oil, nuts in your day, and you're trying to cut down, then obviously maybe go for the low fat yogurt. And make sure you get the one that doesn't have artificial sweeteners or added sugars. It's high in healthy fats, it's high in protein, it's got some carbohydrates in there as well, so you don't want to have too much. Well, it's super good for your gut health. It's got natural probiotics, so it's going to support your gut health, support your hormones from the fats, and keep you full for longer. Now, protein powder. This is just to anchor more protein in your first meal. So make sure you go for a whey organic, whey isolate, something that's super clean and high quality. It's going to increase the amount of protein in your first meal, which will keep you full for longer and tell your brain to not be hungry later on in the day. Now, the next one is honey. I go for raw honey. They've got more nutrients, more enzymes in there. It makes it taste absolutely delicious. If you're super strict on calories, and you know you are, then you can maybe cut this down to a teaspoon or half a tablespoon, whatever. And now for the little bonuses I mentioned, which are pretty much 0 calories, but will increase your performance. So the first one is creatine. I like to put 10 grams of creatine. There's been a lot of research going out about taking more than 5 grams per day. Increases mental performance, memory, focus, obviously your physical performance is there. Now the next one is Celtic sea salt. So there's a bunch of salt you can get out there. Celtic sea salt is one of the healthiest, most organic, less filled with bullshit. And because I drink coffee after my smoothie, I tend to get a little bit dehydrated, and it's also good to just have sodium early on in the day to hydrate your brain. The last little bonus I like to have is 5 grams of L-glutamine, which is just an amino acid that supports the gut lining. It repairs and maintains it, which is good for overall gut health and health in general. One thing you also need to do is hydrate before having the smoothie, right? A lot of people wake up and they eat straight away without drinking water, and this causes a bit of an energy crash and brain fog a few hours later on. So make sure you drink 2 cups of water before the smoothie, and don't be shy to put a bit of sodium in that water as well, same as your smoothie. And yeah guys, I mean, this meal is amazing, gives you everything you want. It's going to stabilize your energy, support your hormones, repair your gut health, keep you full for longer, support you getting in shape, tastes delicious, so why not do it? Now, a lot of people might be thinking, oh, well, I don't like breakfast. I like to fast. I don't feel hungry in the morning, blah, blah, blah. I used to be the same. I used to think the exact same way. I used to tell other people the same kind of thing years ago, and I was completely wrong. And if you say that you don't feel hungry in the morning, well, that's because you've trained your body to not feel hungry in the morning. There's been times where I was hungry only at 4 p.m. There's been times nowadays where I feel hungry at 7:30 in the morning. You train your metabolism and your hunger hormones work together in a rhythm that you train. So just because you don't feel hungry now doesn't mean it's something that you can't change. So when you have a meal like this that's high in protein and fiber, you're going to suppress your hunger hormones that don't lead to you binge eating later on at nighttime. And most of these people who skip breakfast or don't have an optimal breakfast end up binge eating later on, gaining more weight and just feeling terrible. And they never tie it down to what they did early in the day and their first meal. And trust me, your body wants to eat early in the morning. That's when your insulin is most sensitive and the thermic effect of food is the most strong. And there's plenty of studies online that show that having high protein and fiber, especially early on in the day, leads to feeling full for longer, less cravings, less binge eating, and people just end up with a better body composition without really thinking about it. And as a kid who grew up eating very sugary cereals and breakfast in the morning and low protein throughout the day, it led to me being quite skinny fat, even as a teenager. And once I dove into health and fitness and I understood how food, hormones, and your metabolism and your physique actually works, I was able to create this breakfast and stick to it for years. Obviously, there was slight variations. It wasn't exactly like this, but I was able to cut down my binge eating, have more stable energy, focus better during the day, and maintain 12 to 15% body fat over the past few years. Now, the reason why this works is because you can stick to it consistently. It's not hard to source the ingredients. It's not expensive. It doesn't take long to make. You can make it in a smoothie if you're on the go. You can have it in a bowl, and so you can stick to it. And most people don't realize how much they think about food. Decision fatigue is real, and if you're a high performer and you have real things to focus on besides what you're going to eat, this will drain your mental battery. It's going to drain your willpower, and you're going to burn a lot of calories just deciding what you're going to eat. And so when you know exactly what breakfast you're having every single day, you get to free up all of that mental bandwidth. So it's simple, effective, you can follow it consistently, which is why it works. Now I'm going to take you guys to the kitchen and show you how I prepare it every morning. This is what I eat in my smoothie every morning. Don't forget, boys, you're gonna hydrate before you eat. If you wanted to have this as a bowl, what you would do is have the powders separately in a cup of water, obviously. And then in the bowl, you'd put the protein powder with the yogurt and mix it up with a bit of water, and then everything else can just go on top. Then drizzle everything with some honey on top. I already know it's going to taste absolutely delicious. Once you do this, you're able to be someone who doesn't have to think about what they're eating every single morning. You just have the perfect breakfast, starts your day off right, it helps you achieve your goals, gets you leaner, gives you more energy, gives you mental clarity, and it just becomes automatic. It's the same recommendations I give to my family, my friends, and all of my clients. Now, I want you guys to try this for 7 days, and I guarantee you're going to feel so much better. Your body won't adjust to you feeling hungry in the morning straight away, so it takes a little bit of getting used to. You might get a little bit bloated and your body might not react that well, but just give it 7 days and you're likely not going to go back to what you were doing before. Now, if you want my entire health and performance system to get you in shape, energized, and focused, you can click the link in the description below. Take care. Ciao.